What's up, guys? We're here at the Fredricton Regionals. We're here with Jordan. He got 3rd place. And what'd you play today?
So I played Superheavy Samurai.
He played Adamant Payer 2.0. And any shout-outs you want to give today?
Shout-outs to the team East Coast Games. We got a lot of good players on the team. Shout-out to my girlfriend. Shout-out to Kupar and Roussel, who came up here with me today. And yeah.
Shout-out to the GOAT yourself for topping once again.
This is my 13th top, so we're going to keep going.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and well, let's show us what you got.
Okay, so it's kind of standard, but we got the 3 bike, the 3 soul piercer, the 3 wagon. I mean, you can't play any less of these in my opinion. Like, I see some people playing 2 wagon, but I think that's incorrect because you have to see these cards. Yeah. 3 of the best card in the deck besides soul piercer, of course, and the second copy is mandatory. Then I played the Stealthy. Some people don't play this, but I find this is actually really nice to add when you get interrupted in certain situations, so it's a good extender. Special. The 1 Scales, the 1 Soul Gaia. This card was actually kind of crazy today because I kept getting skill drained, anti-spelled, all that kind of jazz, and this card just put in work to help make beat sticks and rank 4s and such. Then I play the 1 Peacemaker. So this is the most controversial card in the deck. I tested 3, and the first game I played with 3 in my deck, I opened all 3, so I was like, well...
That's a sign, that's a sign.
Yeah, so I played a few more matches with it at 3, but I didn't think 3 was necessary, and then I tried it at 2, and it probably is a 2-of, but 1 today was fine as well. And then the obligatory cards, Regulus, part of the combo. Some people play 2, I don't think 2 is necessary, because like, drawing this is not that great, but like, it can still be good as well. Then the Tunneler box. I only drew box in my opening hand once today, so that's nice.
Must be nice, just a skill player.
Yeah. Then for some non-engine here, we got 2 Fenrir. Some people play 3, but I actually didn't see this card that much, but when I did, it was actually really nice. Then we're into the hand trap. So 3 Veiler. So a lot of people aren't actually playing Veiler, they're playing Mourner because of Hurley and stuff like that, but I find like when you draw this in multiples, it's actually really good, and if you see here, I play 3 Nib as well, and Veiler Nib is like beating almost everything.
The combo.
These 2 together actually won me 2 games, so it was really nice, and a lot of people weren't respecting Nib either. Like, I've had a few matches where people are like, oh, you're main decking Nib, and they just didn't expect it, but I still think that this card is pretty strong. Then 3 Droll.
You gotta.
Yeah, this is mainly for the mirror. You can argue that against a lot of the non-mirror decks, it's not that great, which I can agree, but I still think that I wanted to beat the mirror, so having this card was almost necessary. Then we get into a bit of a weird ratio. I played 2 Ash. Ash feels so mid to me, like, against Branded and Labyrinth is like the best for this card, and it's always just like mediocre against everything else, and like against decks like Math Mech and Cash and stuff, when you are ashing and everyone's playing Gamma right now, this plays so hard into that card, so I didn't want to play 3 in the main deck, and I didn't want to clunk in multiples as well where they are hard ones per turn. And the same thing with Ogre. Like, Ogre's really good right now against the mirror, can be good against Pearly as well, but the same kind of theory where I didn't want to draw multiples, but this card was still really good today. And then the best card in the deck, Gamma plus Driver. This card won me single-handedly like 3 or 4 games. This card is insane right now. So that's the main deck. Playing 40 evenly? Cards. Yep.
That's how we go.
Then we'll go off to the extra deck. The obligatory 2 Scarecrow. It kind of sucks that you have to play 2 of these, but it's necessary. 1 Appaloosa. This is part of the end board. I usually do in the standard end board of like Appaloosa, Warlord Savage, Regulus, everything of the sort. So this was good. Genius and Ballista. These are your combo pieces, yep. Then I played Unicorn and Access, so these are kind of the flex spots. Some people were playing like the Lambda, the Disc Pattern, stuff like this. But this actually came up a lot today to clear problems, so I really liked having the utility cards in my extra deck. So I didn't miss the other cards at all. Then we got the Zeus, the Sargus, and the Merrymaker.
The combo.
Yeah, this package was really good. Then the Baguska. So I got drolled like 3 times, and every time I made this, it was actually so clutch.
The fact that you can make it so easily at getting drolled is insane.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're into the final part here of the Synchros, Grunge, XL, that's standard. Ninja, some people don't play this, but I find this card's actually really nice. And then the Warlord Savage. So this card actually came up a few times today. I still think it's really good.
Do you know Miss Omega at all? Like, I swapped this for Omega personally.
Yeah, I thought about Omega, but I actually didn't Gamma that much on my turn. I had a few people who were like drolling after Motorbike and stuff, and like, which I think is wrong because you can get punished 100%. So bad by Gamma. But the Omega, I didn't really miss it, and this, I made this 2 or 3 times, I believe, and it was actually really good. The only other thing I thought about playing was one of the level 12 Super Heavy Samurai Synchros, but it didn't come up enough in testing, but it might change over time.
That's fair.
Yes, that's the extra deck. Into the side. The side's a little scuffed. It's a lot of weird ratios, but I'll explain why. We got the Skull Dread Spell Canceller, so you want to beat Dark Ruler, you want to beat Rainbow Magician.
You gotta play it.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't do it that much today. I only sided this in once, actually, where it was necessary going first, but it probably could stay. I don't know. Then we had the third Ash. This was because of the Labyrinth and Branded decks. I just wanted a hand trap to side in that was better than the ones I'm currently maining in those matchups, so that's why I had the third one here. Then we got the 2 Magnamut, 1 Druis. It could be 3 and 1, but I wanted to trim down to make room for other cards, just to have as many matchups covered as possible. And this was really good in the Dragon matchup I played in the final round. So those are good. And plus this is really good against the Gimmick Puppet from Despia, plus Mathmech, which there was a few of here today.
Yeah, Mathmech's so cheap, so many players are playing at regional levels.
And then we got the 2 Retaliating C1 Contact C. So this is versus Purely. You could arguably side this against Branded as well. 3 of this is probably better, but like, to know that you have this as a backup plan, and this still does a lot of damage because they're not really playing like Dawn or anything like that to get over it. So this was nice, but I didn't play any Pure League today, but in testing this was good. Then I sided the 2 Kaiju. So a lot of people main one, but I found that I was drawing this card a lot, and even if you search it, you're probably already winning that game anyways. If they break your board and then you have to Kaiju them turn 2, it seems very awkward, so I just wanted this strictly for going second, regardless of having to search it or not, and it was mainly for the Cashier matchup and the Purely matchup.
Makes sense.
And then the last is 2 Eccentric and 2 Swage de Fleur. So this is your Rainbow Magician outs as well. In hindsight, Eccentric wasn't that good, because every time I drew it, it was mainly, they had anti-spell face up, so I couldn't even activate it, so this would have been way better. But I was a little scared of Vanity's Fiend, and this is like the only card that outs Vanity's Fiend, reliably, I guess. But it probably could have been 3 of this, because I did lose to Rainbow today, which was my 1 loss in round 2 against Cashier, but these were necessary for the backer matchups. So.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, thank you once again, and congratulations on your top 4 third place, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks guys.